because they say they talk for it. So we are going to so how you do it?
Thank you, Basic School Band. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we please rise for the procession of the Vice Chancellor and convocation?
We're getting free for the one. So when it's all coming to the all of them will have
I think there is a gap. You shift. Good. Then you can have. Please remain standing for the opening prayer to be said by the Protestant chaplain, Reverend Dr. J.W. Echampong.
Please let us pray. O God Almighty, we praise and bless your holy and glorious name for the gift of our lives and the gift of this brand new day. We are so grateful to you as a people, as an institution, as families, and even as individuals. We thank you for what you have done for us in our nation, and we bless your holy name for what you have done for us in our university through our leadership. We want to bless your name for our Chancellor. We want to bless your name for the governing council of this university. We want to thank you for the management. We want to thank you for all who form the leadership of our university, the wisdom, the hard work, the knowledge, the ideas you bless them with, which has brought us this far as an institution. We are so grateful to you also for our stakeholders and development partners. As we are here today, gathered from far and near to witness, to appreciate, and to confer degrees on these sons and daughters of yours who, by your grace and your mercy, you have enabled to be able to accomplish their hard work, education, and formation. We pray committing this program before you, even as we continue with the memorial lectures as well. Let your spirit lead us, guide us, and direct us. And above all, bless us with your presence, so that we will have a fruitful and a colorful ceremony to the glory of your name. Thank you for hearing us. For this and many more blessings we do ask, through Christ Jesus our Lord. Amen.
Shall we please be seated? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Governing Council and the Vice-Chancellor, I welcome you this morning to the Great Hall of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. This morning, we shall observe two distinct programs, the R.P. Baffour lecture and then the final session of the 59th congregation ceremony. The R.P. Baffour lecture has been instituted by this university in honor of our first Vice-Chancellor, and this is the 13th memorial lectures. 2 lectures have been delivered already under the theme Superintelligent AI Agents, an existential threat to the human race, navigating through the intricacies of the AI revolution. And our speaker is Dr. Mercy Nyamewa Esiedu, a US-based biomedical engineer, senior research scientist at Google Research, and the inventor of Kaleidoscope. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mercy Esiedu is a senior research scientist in the Societal AI and Foundational ML team at Google Research, where she works on using machine learning and generative AI for the impact-driven research for global health. Before that, she was a Schmidt Science postdoctoral research fellow at MIT, Harvard Medical School, and the Massachusetts General Hospital, working on interdisciplinary research projects using generative AI methods to improve mobile ultrasound imaging. She also worked on projects researching the use of language models to improve comprehension of health notes for breast cancer patients. She's received her PhD in biomedical engineering and a certificate in global health from Duke University. Her dissertation focused on the research and development of a low-cost imaging device and machine learning algorithms to reduce barriers to cervical cancer screening. She has won several awards for her work, including the inaugural Patrick J. McGovern Tech for Humanity Changemaker Awards, the Lemelson MIT Graduate Student Inventor Award, and the Velgi Emerging Leader in Global Health Award. Additionally, she is a former co-founder and CTO of the Color Health Foundation and a co-founder of GAPH Health Technologies. Her last lecture, which she is about to deliver this morning, is under the theme Case Studies for AI Applications and the Potential of Superintelligence Benefits, Risks, and Challenges. With all these great attributes of our speaker, shall we please give a loud round of applause and welcome her as she comes up to deliver the third of the 13th RP Baffour Memorial Lectures.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to all the graduates. It's such a pleasure to be here this morning in the presence of esteemed guests, and I want to thank you for inviting me here today. Thank you so much to Nana Chairman and members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Rita Akosua-Dixon, Honorable Ministers of State and Members of Parliament here, Nananom, Pro-Vice Chancellors, Registrar, Deans, and Heads of Departments, as well as the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'll be presenting on Superintelligence, History, Current State, and Future for a Diverse World. The agenda today will cover part of what I presented on Thursday and bring them to a summarizing close. And we'll cover definitions of artificial narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and superintelligence, as well as go into some history. We'll look into current AI applications and risks associated with these, along with the state of AGI and ASI, pathways to attaining these, and control and alignment concerns. We will also talk about addressing current societal needs with AI and overall proposed recommendations. So to start with, artificial intelligence is basically the programs with the ability to mimic human intelligence. And machine learning is a subset of that, where one is able to train models to learn from data using statistical methods. A subset of machine learning is deep learning, which uses neural networks to learn patterns without human intervention. And more recently, generative AI has emerged as methods to generate new content based on data that it was trained on. We are currently in this stage of artificial narrow intelligence, where models are trained on specific tasks and are programmed by humans. Artificial general intelligence, where we are trying to get to, is where we want to see human-level intelligence across multiple tasks and have models that train themselves continuously and learn. And the assumption is that this will then lead to artificial superintelligence, where a model trains itself to surpass human-level intelligence in all areas. So AI has been through a few cycles. The term artificial intelligence came into being in 1950, and that started with information theory. There was a lot of hype about this, but once things could not progress beyond some of the rules-based methods, it saw the first AI winter, or more relevant to here, perhaps the first AI dry season, where there was not much progress being made in the field. Then there was the discovery of expert systems, where like linear regression, logistic regression, and this led to the second hype cycle, and without further progress, also led to the second AI winter. There's been, with the invention of GPUs and big data online, we've come out of that winter and are currently in this deep learning and generative AI regime. And beyond this, there are three pathways that I think we could go. One is to create a breakthrough and go past generative AI and deep learning into AGI, or general intelligence, and superintelligence. Alternatively, we could see another AI winter if progress is not made, or go on the path of incremental progress. So I'll discuss a few examples of how AI is used and how it's everywhere around us. So things like digital assistants on your phone, when you look at Google Assistant, Siri, Alexa, those all use AI models. Social media, showing you personalized recommendations and what to view next, uses AI, facial recognition systems, as well as spam detection in messages and emails. Current AI technology is also used for search engines, navigation and traffic control like Google Maps, health predictions and predictions of outbreaks, as well as screening for diagnosis, and content streaming. I'm sure everyone here has used YouTube or Netflix. And more recently, going beyond these, we've seen the rise of generative AI. This has taken the form of several applications, including text generation. So the most popular text generative LLM application or large language model application is ChatGPT. But now when you look on WhatsApp, you see things like Meta AI, where you can interact with Meta's large language model, or Gemini, where on Google search you can also interact with a large language model. In Ghana, there's an app called Kaya Translate, which uses generative AI to help translate from one Ghanaian language to the other. Another application is in image generation. So I created this using one of our Google models, and all I gave it was create a photorealistic image of Ya Santoa, the Ghanaian queen, and her story in a comic. And everything in this image, including the hands and the table, are generated by the model. Another area is audio generation. Audio generation allows for real-time speech translation applications, and this is an example of how it works, where you have two speakers over a Zoom call or Google Meets talking in completely different languages, but what they hear back is in their own language. Let's see if we can hear this. I'm not sure the language, the volume here is working, so I'll skip through this. But the essence here is that there are two speakers who are one speaking in English, one speaking in Spanish, and yet the person speaking in English hears English from the Spanish speaker, and the person who understands Spanish hears Spanish from the English speaker. And this can really create a world where we can really interact within countries on different local languages, and even between countries across West Africa, for instance, where English and French separate interaction. Other areas are in video generation. So the video shown here, and it actually has an accompanying sound, is generated using simple prompts. This other video shows someone just fishing. There's highly detailed videos of bees, and this conceptual, magical realism imagery shown here. And these are generated through the use of simple prompts, which are simply inputting text and telling the model what to generate. Other applications are in early autonomous robots. So self-driving cars, for instance, have become a reality. And I have driven in some of them, and it's very interesting to have a car drive you around without a driver in the seat. But they work. Robots are being developed to do household chores. I'm sure everyone would like if a robot could sweep or wash their dishes for them. These models are being used to generate code. The example here shows a use case for generating a website, and another use case for generating a video game example using simple English or language. Generative models have also been used for scientific discoveries such as protein structures and drug discovery. This has high implications for discovering new drugs. Research that had taken 20 years in the past can now be done in a few hours or days with these models to find cures for diseases. And this actually won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for 2024. So research being done with AI models is winning Nobel Prizes, which is the highest prize in the scientific world. However, there's caution to be had here, as these models can perpetuate biases and fairness issues, where the models do not work well for certain groups of people. There are concerns about job displacement, there's misinformation and trust erosion, transparency and accountability issues with not knowing how the black box models work, and if a model makes a decision, who takes accountability. Environmental harms, intellectual property infringement, privacy and surveillance, security and autonomy are also areas where concerns about models of current AI models arise. So I'll talk about a few of them. The first is on bias and fairness, and this book here on masking AI is actually written by a Ghanaian researcher and computer scientist who discovered that image recognition AIs did not recognize her face because she was dark-skinned, and there wasn't sufficient data in training the models. She has been an advocate for ensuring that AI works equitably across different groups. There was a model used in the US for managing health that looked at patients and recommending them for treatment or access. And this model was flawed because it used a shortcut, it used cost to determine whether a patient needed help or not. In the US, where there's high socioeconomic disparities across racial groups, this meant that Black people were not being referred or had to be worse off than white people before they would get referred by the system because they were spending less. Other areas where there's discrepancies and bias issues is in the criminal justice system, where in the US, for instance, historically, Black people have been incarcerated. So if you use historical data to train an AI model, you risk perpetuating those biases. Another thing I'll talk about is job displacement. There are high concerns about job loss. About 92 million jobs may be displaced. But the World Economic Forum has actually found that there will be even more jobs created by AI, 170 million more jobs, and most jobs will just continue but evolve with AI use. Misinformation and trust erosion is something that everyone here, I think, has seen, where there was AI disinformation in Ghana's 2024 elections. I pulled this headline that exposed the new age of deception. There are deep fake threats and AI-generated videos promoting fake drugs and investments. And there are policies being made by the country to address this. Other areas within a university setting may be things like cyberbullying, privacy violations, and non-consensual intimate imagery. Another area is on the environmental impact of large language models and generative AI. These models need large amounts of data. They need a lot of, and this means a lot of data centers where data is stored and the models are housed. These data centers need to be cooled and they need to be supplied with electricity, which brings up concerns about the draw of energy and climate change. So some ways to mitigate these are to understand local contextual biases and to evaluate models for local context to address bias and fairness issues. For job displacement, we have to integrate AI education and use across disciplines with continued learning and upscaling. There's also an avenue for entrepreneurship as we reach this space because there's so many opportunities to use AI to solve current societal needs. Population education, global advocacy for watermarks, and transparency technologies could help to address the issues around misinformation. And around energy, we should look into renewable energy investments and policies and energy-efficient algorithms. Now I'll dive a bit more from artificial narrow intelligence into artificial general and superintelligence, with the caveat that this is currently hypothetical and does not exist. In this field, there's a term called singularity, and singularity is the point at which AI surpasses human intelligence and from then on becomes transhuman AI. I've already talked about the timeline from artificial narrow intelligence, and we are currently in this area of large language models and generative AI, which are moving us towards achieving AGI and potentially beyond that, superintelligence. This here shows how the different large language models currently available today score on human-level IQ tests, which test human-level intelligence. The average human has an IQ of 100. You already see some of the large language models surpassing those numbers. With, when I prepared these slides, Gemini was a model from Google, had the highest at 130. And a few days ago, another model actually surpassed this. So the AI field is moving very fast, even faster than researchers can keep up with. And for reference, Albert Einstein, a genius, had an average IQ of 160. There's also what we call a leaderboard to evaluate how close models are to achieving this general intelligence. And the highest scoring model made leaps significantly into scoring around 45% on this AGI board, which tests the models across things that all humans can perform. So when do people think AGI will come into existence? Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the maker of ChatGPT, thinks it might be soon, but maybe on a smaller scale. It might not reach where we think it's going. Shane Legg, the co-founder of DeepMind, the developer of Gemini, believes there's a 50% chance of AGI by 2028. We are in 2025 going on 2026. That's 2 years from now. And Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and of Grok, the developer of Grok AI, believes that there will be full AGI by 2029, but that it would still need humans. So these three graphs show responses from different communities on where we think we will be with AGI. So a model that looks at scaling hypothesis predicts that this will happen by 2033. A group of over 1,000 AI experts on average think that it's 50% likely that AGI will happen in 2048. And 31 super forecasters believe it will happen in 2070. So these predictions differ depending on who you ask. The tech leaders think it's in 2 years. Super forecasters think it's in 2070. But it seems like everyone believes that we will get there. But leaders have been wrong in the past, and this meme is one that I usually laugh at. And in 2015, Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, said there was going to be self-driving cars in 2 years. It took a lot longer, and his company hasn't actually quite succeeded yet. And it's 10 years later. In 2016, Geoffrey Hinton, one of the godfathers of AI, predicted that radiologists will be obsolete in 5 years. I believe we still need radiologists now. And in 2024, this meme said, look at radiologists in regular cars driving to work. So there is a lot of hype, but it may or may not happen. What are the potential barriers to achieving this? What might prevent this from happening? And some examples are physical and energy wall limiting the scaling laws. So we might have not enough compute, we might not have enough energy to get there, or even the scaling laws, which work on the fact that the larger the model you have or the more data you have, the better AI. These may plateau and may not scale as we assume. There may also be data scarcity and model collapse. Perhaps all the data that can be trained on has already been trained on, and since the models use digitized data online, there might be the need to create more data. As these models create synthetic data and populate them online, it might also lead to model collapse because of what we call AI slop, generating lower quality images and videos. Embodiment and complexity problems. Unlike humans, AIs don't have the 5 senses. They don't move, they don't live like humans. They don't have computable consciousness like humans, and this may limit the achievement of ASI. And there's also what we call alignment concerns on how AGI and ASI may harm humanity, which may limit progress, but with the investments, I believe this is less so. So in 2014, Nick Bostrom coined this term superintelligence with his book on past dangers and strategies. He's a professor in Oxford, and he made the case for achieving superintelligence that GPUs and TPUs, which are the computes used to train models, have already surpassed assumptions with Moore's law, which dictates limitations in scaling for compute. Algorithmic breakthroughs are being made at the speed of light. As I mentioned, last week or 2 weeks ago, Gemini was on top of the leaderboard. Yesterday, Anthropic was on top. Different companies are battling to race to the top on this. There's high incentives and a lot of money going towards this work, and people have begun to look at performance over consciousness. So we don't necessarily want to achieve human-level consciousness. We want to focus on performance, and this makes the task easier. So the pathways to superintelligence include this idea of recursive self-improvement, where an AI model learns to continuously improve itself to superintelligence. Another pathway he proposes is whole brain emulation, where slices of the human brain is uploaded and computed so that models can also make use of this information. But this is also quite far back. And biological cognitive enhancements, the idea that with new genetic methodologies, people can be programmed to be smarter. So you can choose embryos that are smarter, that are more intellectual. They call these designer babies, and that might lead to smarter humans who can achieve AGI. This might take the form of speed ASI, human-level intelligence, but faster. Quality ASI, one with super reasoning and algorithmic capabilities as well as speed. And collective ASI, models that achieve ASI by working together or by working with humans, and these are not mutually exclusive. So assuming we do achieve superintelligence, now what? There's one branch of people, AI doomers, who believe superintelligence will be powerful. We won't be able to solve the alignment problem, which is getting it to believe in our values, and it will kill all humans. And there's the AI accelerationists who believe in the utopia that technological progress is a moral imperative because once we get there, we can cure all diseases and solve climate change, solve aging. And the belief here is that if we don't do it, someone else will do it. So in the US, there's a speed to catch up with China or get there before China gets there. There is a Bloomberg identity quiz that you can take to see where you fall on this spectrum, and I identify as a cautious optimist that while perhaps this may happen, it should be robustly regulated. So how could things go horribly wrong? There's what is called a malignant failure, where a model takes what humans ask for out of context. And there's this example of the paperclip analogy, where someone asks the superintelligence to maximize paperclip production, and it uses all the energy in the world, including human matter, to create paperclips. There's also the treacherous turn and achieving singletons, where a model is initially aligned and trained to be aligned with human values, but once it's let out of the box, it turns around and tries to achieve dominion. There are different ways that are being proposed to control AGI through capability limitations, monitoring, and kill switches. However, people believe that as AI becomes super intelligent, it may bypass these external controls and deceive its human operators to achieve its own goals. And there are currently proposed strategies like having common breakout strategies, training people to contain, but these are less prioritized compared to alignment, which is the technical problem of ensuring that a highly intelligent AI system acts in accordance with human values and that the human user's intended goals rather than it pursuing its own unintended objectives. This also has some challenges. Human values are complex. We don't have the same values. There are different values across culture, even between people of the same culture. There's concern about instilling human biases and evil tendencies. There's this Oracle King Midas problem where, for example, with King Midas, he asked an oracle that everything he touched should turn to gold, but actually what he wanted was to be rich, and he ended up with a daughter turned into gold, and that was not the outcome he wanted. And when you know these values, how do you even code them into ASI? Motivational alignment is a way where people are trying to incorporate defining a procedure through which an AI itself can discover and adopt appropriate values without it being explicitly programmed by humans, and this way it can adapt to different scenarios. We've talked about superintelligence, but what about basic needs? Should we wait for AGI or ASI to solve our basic human needs like health, housing, internet, food, electricity, and natural disasters? Obviously, I believe everyone here would say no. So as part of this, and as being a biomedical engineer, I have been working with current technologies to solve problems across the health spectrum. As part of my PhD, I developed the Coloscope, which allows for self-cervical cancer screening accompanied by a mobile app and machine learning algorithms to help community health workers and clinicians diagnose, and we found much higher performance for the algorithm compared to clinicians. Another area of interest is digital biomarkers. It can be so challenging to go into the hospital for preventative care. What if your watch or your ring could track all your metrics continuously, like your sleep, your steps, resting heart rate, and find out whether you were going to have an adverse outcome and let you know prior to that happening? This could also help superintelligent agents help people. Another area is on locally contextual data sets for evaluating large language models and optimizing them. And in collaboration with a large group, we developed AfriMed QA across 16 countries, 32 medical schools, and 15,000 questions that were used to evaluate several large language models, actually, on how they performed for health in the African context. And this was also used to improve our internal models at Google. We conducted a study called the Ntiasia study as well to understand African perspectives on AI. And this is important because it's important to not just focus on the technology, but also on qualitative research to understand adoption and perceptions. And one of the things we focused on was how to identify biases beyond the West. So for instance, in the US, there's a lot of focus on race. But in other parts of the world, perhaps ethnicity, rural, urban displacements, language, colonial history might be factors for AI bias. And we asked this question on perceptions of ties to colonial history and AI, and several of our respondents believed that there was a connection to high-income countries potentially using this to perform data colonization or things that we might not necessarily want to do. Additionally, beyond what I've done, Google Research is focused on impact-driven research, looking at forecasting climate issues like floods, wildfires, reducing vehicle-based emissions and harms, and predicting weather better in Africa and the global south, as well as improving map navigation and food security. So if you are able to find your way on Google Maps here, it's because of the work being done by fellows in Google Research Ghana. Over the course of these lectures, we received so many interesting questions. Can we use current AI to ensure our cultural preservation and prevent cultural erasure? Someone asked, will AI feed me? Can AI cook? How will AI make me rich? Can AI detect corruption? And these are all things that I think are ripe for investigation and research and can be done by you. We are currently in the fourth industrial revolution. The first revolution was the steam engine, followed by the electricity revolution, computing, and we are currently in the age of intelligence. How can Ghana take advantage of the fourth industrial revolution and AGI and superintelligence prospects? We should prepare an action-ready talent pipeline through AI boot camps, vocational training, and integration across university departments. It's everywhere from business to legal. Resilient infrastructure and energy backbone, internet access. You can learn AI and upskill on it so long as you have internet and a computer, and you can develop models as well. Developing cloud compute infrastructure and renewable energy-based centers, as well as roads. The road to development is the road. Local data digitization and generation. We should localize our data sets and localize data standards so we have contextual, cultural, and linguistic representation. We should include AI native education and awareness so people are aware of things like misinformation, basic AI literacy, and critical thinking from primary school with general population awareness campaigns. And finally, we should look at innovation-focused research and development for local solutions to local problems. And we should fund our startups and de-risk them so that the youth not only develops this, but also sees them make impacts. Additionally, we should look at proactive AI governance and having global voices being part of global discussions, like the National AI Strategy, the African Union and UN discussions on AGI, safety, alignment, and deployment so that our perspectives are included. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, a louder round of applause. So at this moment, the chairman of the governing council and members of the council will step out to welcome the chancellor for the second part of the program. Basic School Band musical interlude, please. Shall we please rise for the procession of the Chancellor? Thank you, Basic School Band. Shall we please be seated? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi. This morning, we are here to witness the conferment of 220 PhD degrees and a Doctor of Business Administration on respective students. On behalf of the Governing Council, we are pleased to have our Chancellor here presiding. Shall we please applaud His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. We also, in a special way, are welcoming the Vice President of the Republic, Her Excellency, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman. We say many thanks to the Honorable Ashanti Regional Minister, members of Parliament, members of Council, convocation, graduates, Parents and family members, alumni, nananum, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, you are most welcome. This morning, we shall also confer honorary doctorate degrees on some distinguished personalities who have blazed the trail in their areas of endeavor. The university will also extend its gratitude to some corporate bodies who have done the university lots of good. I'd however like to remind you that our congregation ceremonies are serene, and let's keep the auditorium as such. Otumfuo Chancellor, it's my pleasure to respectfully invite you to present your address and constitute the assembly. Shall we please applaud him?
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, in whom I'm well pleased. Chairman and members of the University Council, Vice Chancellor and Vice Chancellors from sister universities, Pro-Vice Chancellor and Pro-Vice Chancellors from sister universities, Registrar and Registrars from sister universities, former Vice Chancellors and Pro-Vice Chancellors and Registrars present, Honorable Members of Parliament and MMDCs present. I'm sorry, my regional minister. I'm sorry, sir. I recognize you. Because he looks after me here in the absence of the president. Provosts of colleges, members of convocation, senior and junior staff, Nananum alumni of the university, invited guests, members of the press, graduates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my singular honor and greatest joy to welcome you all to the 59th congregation of our noble university. As Chancellor and advocate for education, moments like this give me immense pride and fulfillment. Today, we gather once again to celebrate the triumph of dedication, sacrifice, and perseverance. Our graduates stand before us as proof that education remains the most reliable path to empowerment, liberation, and from poverty and deprivation, and the attainment of a brighter, more purposeful future. So I wish you to shine forth as beacons of intellect and resilience, prepared to take your rightful place as leaders, innovators, and agents of transformation. May the Almighty God bless your efforts. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, yesterday and this morning, which I missed because I think I missed the time, I have always come at 10 o'clock, and I was supposed to be here to listen to my daughter giving the last lecture this morning. I think my protocol messed it up. I have to apologize first, but I'm briefed that we have been privileged in an intellectual feast, ably delivered by our distinguished daughter, Dr. Mercy Nyamiwa Asiedu. On behalf of the university, I extend our profound gratitude for her illuminating discourse on the theme, Super Intelligent AI Agents, an existential threat to the human race, navigating through the intricacies of the AI revolution. The subject of artificial intelligence, as we have heard, is not a distant speculation of science fiction, but a present and powerful force shaping our world. It holds a capacity to revolutionize medicine, education, commerce, governance, and many other spheres of life. Yet, it also carries profound risks which, if left unchecked, could undermine the very essence of its application. The Asiedu has guided us with clarity through the intricacies of this phenomenon, its origins, its trajectories, its promises, and its perils. She has reminded us that the challenge of our age is not merely to embrace technological advancement, but to do so with wisdom, foresight, and above all, a moral compass. As a premier institution of science and technology, it is our responsibility not to remain passive consumers of imported innovations, but to contribute meaningfully to the global discourse and development of AI. And it's for this reason that we have diligently undergone this tutelage. We must prepare our students and researchers to engage critically, to innovate responsibly, and to ensure that technology reflects our cultural values and advances the well-being of humanity. On this note, I commend you, my dear daughter, not only for your brilliant scholarship, but for standing as a shining inspiration for the youth of Ghana. especially to our young women who aspire to build careers in science and technology. Her life and work remind us that excellence knows no boundaries when it is guided by vision and discipline.
Sure.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at each congregation ceremony, it is my solemn duty as Chancellor to draw the nation's attention to matters of national importance that touch the very fabric of our university and to bring them to the attention of the government and other stakeholders.
Sure.
On this occasion, I will highlight just a few. Your Excellency, the Vice President, the story of KNUST Teaching Hospital is not new anymore at our national discourse. I have over the years on this same platform screamed it loud for attention. I was thus elated to learn through you to the President and then having sent your Honorable Minister for Education during the grand debut of the 50th anniversary celebration of our School of Medical Sciences, promised the government of Ghana's commitment to completing our teaching hospital project.
Sure.
In fact, the Minister, on behalf of His Excellency the President of the Republic, announced the release of 46 million Ghana cedis for the completion of the teaching hospital, an additional 38 million United States dollars to equip the teaching hospital as part of the 2025-26 formula of GET Fund.
Sure.
You know, the reason why I said I'm well pleased in her is that it was through her that we sent the message.
Sure.
And she carried the message, and the monies are being delivered, and I'm sure we shall have it.
Sure.
I haven't asked the Vice Chancellor if we have any additions because I would have sent it through her again. This is in addition to the government's commitment to construct 2 multi-purpose lecture theaters at a cost of $10 million US. Ladies and gentlemen, the President deserves a resounding applause, and please join me in doing so.
Sure.
And thank you also, Madam Vice President. I trust this is not a mere promise, and I know that when you promise, you will deliver.
Sure.
Your Excellency, I implore you to seize this historic moment and immortalize your name as the game changer who brought this noble vision to its glorious completion, a legacy that generations unborn will honor and remember you for.
Sure.
Another pressing challenge confronting this university is the issue of inadequate staffing. At the recent 5-year cyclical review of our university by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, I am told the challenge of our unfavorable student-to-lecturer ratio was brought sharply into focus. This situation places a heavy strain on our dedicated lecturers and threatens the quality of teaching and learning we provide. Madam Vice President, through you again, I call on your government to treat this matter with urgency and as a moral obligation, for it is not merely a question of numbers, but of the very future of our youth and the nation. Our universities must be empowered to provide not only instruction, but also the close guidance and mentorship that mold leaders, innovators, and custodians of our nation's destiny.
Sure.
I therefore appeal to your government, and through you to the President again, to grant the necessary financial clearance for the recruitment of additional academic and administrative staff for the university.
Sure.
Only then can we sustain the quality of education that prepares our graduates to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world. And I know you will carry this message also and deliver for us.
Sure.
We are all aware of the unemployment situation in this nation. It was on that basis that I raised the issue when the German President and Ambassador paid courtesy calls on me last month. I wish to reiterate my appeal to the German government to support small and medium-scale industries. Unemployment is a major issue in the country. It is a national concern, and the President should take a keen interest in this critical issue. Barely 5 years ago, in this very hall, I issued a solemn and unequivocal warning against any encroachment upon the lands of KNUST. However, I have received reports indicating that some recalcitrant people continue to test our resolve. Let me therefore say again, with absolute clarity and without equivocation, any encroachment upon Nest lands will not be tolerated.
Job.
As I indicated 5 years ago, these lands are not ordinary. These are sacred legacies entrusted to us by our forebears and reserved for the education and upliftment of generations unborn. They belong to the nation of Ghana and to the bright minds who will shape her future. Any attempt to prey on them is an attack on that sacred trust and will be met with decisive action. I hereby command all who harbor such intentions to desist immediately and keep away from the sacred lands of KNUST. And unfortunately, they get some lawyers to take these matters to court when they know that it shouldn't be so. Especially here, people present us as Abusu opinion and then family lands, when it is not like that. And yet lawyers, by their profession, take it to court to defend us, which is wrong. They have been educated, and they know that this is also an educational institution. Why do you want to alienate lands belonging to the university for that? With all due respect, legal professionals, please assess what cases come to you before you do that. And now, to you, our gallant graduates. Today marks both the end of your academic journey at KNUST and a new beginning. You carry forward not only the knowledge acquired here, but also the values of resilience, integrity, and a commitment to serving humanity. And you step into the wider world. As you step into the wider world, let innovation guide your ideas. Integrity anchor your actions, and compassion shape your leadership. The true measure of education lies not in personal gain alone, but in the light you bring into the lives of others. Let us carry with us the solemn duty to ensure that in the unfolding story of artificial intelligence, Africa shall not stand on a mere spectator, but as an active and responsible participant. Let us embrace the opportunities of this new age while safeguarding the dignity and destiny of humankind. Go forth, therefore, and let your lives be a living testimony to the greatness of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And now, by the powers conferred on me as Chancellor of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, I, Otumfuo Osei II Asantehene, hereby declare this assembly duly constituted. May the Almighty guide us.
Please remain standing for the university anthem. Lift every voice and sing. kindly resume your seats. The Vice-Chancellor's report in our congregation ceremonies highlights the key happenings in the academic year. Otumfuo Chancellor, with your permission, I invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua-Dixon, to deliver her address.
The Chancellor of the university, our great university, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyemang, an inspiration to all women. Thank you for coming. Honorable Ministers of State, including the Ashanti Regional Minister, Honorable Dr. Frank Amoakohene. Honorable Members of Parliament and MMDCs present. Our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Mercy Nyamiwa Esiedu. Chairman and members of the University Council, most certainly the family of Dr. R.P. Baffour. We also recognize the presence of the former Executive Secretary, National Council for Tertiary Education, Dr. Paul Ifa. Please, before G-TEK, we had NCT. Dr. Ifa, you are welcome. Colleague Vice-Chancellors from sister universities, past Vice-Chancellors and Pro-Vice-Chancellors, Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Vice-Chancellors from sister institutions, Registrar and Registrars from sister universities, Provosts of colleges, Deans and Directors, Heads of Department, members of convocation, senior and junior staff of the university, chairman and members of the KNUST Engineering Education Project, KEEP Advisory Board. They are also here with us. We welcome you. Nananum, captains of industry, alumni of our great university, graduating class of 2025, parents and guardians, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is an absolute pleasure and honor for me to add my voice to that of Nana Chancellor in welcoming you all to this very significant occasion, the congregation ceremony for the class of 2025. Indeed, we are grateful to the Almighty God for His grace and mercies over the past months. KNUST continues to be very grateful to the government of Ghana for all the tremendous assistance. And Nana Chancellor, thank you for reminding Her Excellency for us. When we are appreciating them, we are also applying. I believe the message will be carried. Thank you very much. Let's clap for the Vice President again. Thank you. We also greatly appreciate the invaluable support and guidance of our Chancellor, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II. Nana Chancellor, KNUST really, truly appreciates your visionary leadership and guidance every step of the way. Nana Moniyo, thank you. Thank you very much. To our industrious and dedicated staff, students and supportive stakeholders and diligent partners, we say Ayiko. Just a short while ago, we had the privilege of listening to the final lecture by Dr. Mercy Esiedu, a great and industrious daughter of our land. In the three-part series, that concluded the 13th RP Baffour Memorial Lectures. The theme, as Nana took us through, superintelligent AI agents, an existential threat to the human race, navigating through the intricacies of the AI revolution. We are grateful to you, Dr. Siedu, for the insightful lectures. We have noted all the next steps that we must take into consideration as a university and as a country, and we assure you that we will take it seriously. I am excited to note, indeed, that she happens to be the first lady, woman, to present the RP Baffour Memorial Lectures. Ladies, especially the young ones, and we have the Vice President here in this room. If they don't inspire you, I don't know what else would. Please clap for them. Thank you. Thank you. Indeed, this lecture is a follow-up to our summer school last month, which was dedicated to AI in education, where we focused on how we could leverage on AI to improve what we do as a university. In addition, based on the AI strategy of the university, all students effective next academic year will take a compulsory course in responsible AI to enhance their global competitiveness. We cannot be left behind. Thank you. The university, through various colleges, has held 16 sessions of the graduation ceremonies, which started from the 18th of November 2025. I am delighted to inform you that as part of the climax today, the university would confer honorary degrees and awards on distinguished personalities and deserving stakeholders who continue to support this noble institution. KNUST salutes you all, our awardees, and wish you very, very, very well. May I thought you were going to, thank you. May I, on behalf of all of us, also congratulate you, our dear graduates, on reaching this remarkable milestone in your educational journey. And Chancellor, with your kind permission, I would share some key developments at the university since the June 2025 congregations. Graduation statistics. Nana, Chancellor, for this session, we will be graduating a total of 221 postgraduate students who have satisfied all the requirements to receive our prestigious degrees. In total, we are seeing off for this congregation 17,132, made up of 14,764, that is 86.2% undergraduates, and for postgraduates, we have 2,368, that is 13.8%. And Chancellor, I'm happy to note that out of this 221 PhD graduates in this room this morning, we have 66 females graduating. Thank you. Inaugural lectures. As part of our strategic mandate of disseminating information on the impactful research undertaken by staff and students, academic senior members take turns to share their discoveries, all in aid of affecting policy and impacting lives. We had two professors doing this during this period, Professor Hydrad Yusuf and Professor Emmanuel Adinyira. Prof. Yusuf concentrated on monetary policy in Ghana, revisiting the Tobin's model, where he emphasized monetary policy as a potent tool for macroeconomic stabilization in Ghana. Prof. Adinyira focused on the topic beyond the fence, transferring health, safety, and environmental knowledge from construction sites to host communities. He highlighted the significance of health, safety, and environmental issues during constructions. Massive, massive, massive congratulations to our senior members. New appointments. Nana Chancellor, our university has recently experienced some changes in leadership after approval from the University Council, and we are happy to welcome on board the following officers. 1, Mr. Benjamin Wampong Owusu, Esquire, Registrar of the University. Thank you very much. Professor Philip Enchieje, Provost, College of Science. Professor Christian Cranton, Provost, College of Art and Built Environment. Dr. Richard Lamte, University Librarian. I saw him somewhere. Yeah. Clap for them, please. And many, many more officers. We welcome all of them on board and congratulate them as they come on board to contribute their quota in building our university. Students' awards. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our students continue to bring huge honor to us in so many ways. I'll just highlight just a few of them. The first one is that a 4-member team from the University, KNUST School of Business emerged winners of the 2025 Tertiary Business Sense Challenge. This was held in August, yes, 2025. In addition, the overall performing student was Mr. Kojo Echampong, also from KNUST. The Enactus KNUST was also crowned the National 2025 Enactus Ghana National Champions. Why are you sitting there looking at me? And following from that, His Excellency the President of the Republic invited them and honored them at the Jubilee House. From there, they proceeded to go to Bangkok, Thailand, to represent the nation. There, they put up a very, very impressive and bold performance, which nearly brought home the trophy. The assurance is that we should watch out for them in the next call. Let's clap for young people. And Nana Chair, in all these, I must admit that the University of Ghana was there. University of Cape Coast, they were all there, Nana. They were all there. Team KNUST was also declared the winner of the 2025 National Insurance Debate that was organized by the Ghana Insurance Association, where 15 tertiary institutions from across the country were also there. Yes, they were there. As sportsmen and women continue to make us proud. This time, they also emerged the national winners of the 28th Ghana University Sports Association, GUZA, cross-country and minor games. Our sons and daughters are not joking. Let's clap for them, please. Thank you. Maiden Students' Week celebration. Nana Chancellor, following a request from the student leaders to the University Council for the celebration of a university-wide Students' Week and Council's subsequent approval, SRC launched and celebrated the Maiden Students' Week. The event took place from the 15th to the 20th of July 2025 under the theme Educate, Participate, Celebrate. And key highlights were the Vice Chancellor Students' Excellence Awards, VCC, where efforts and hard work of 15 categories of students, including academic excellence, leadership, peer counseling, entrepreneurship, creative arts, community service, and many more were recognized, and they were giving awards for that. The Council of the University, as well as management, commend the leadership of the SRC and the GRASAC for a great job done. Congratulations to our student leaders. The Support One Needy Student with One Laptop project, Chancellor. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our ongoing efforts to bridge the digital divide and promote inclusive access to education through the Chancellor project saw our dedicated partners supporting the university one more time. Over 600 laptops were given to students, bringing the number of laptops that have been shared so far to over 3,200. Please clap for these partners for us. I'll just quickly go through the list. Stanbic Bank, Telecel Ghana, SIC, Isaac Books and Stationery, EcoBank, Omnibasic Bank, KNUST-TEK Ghana, Multineck Enterprise, Papnobles Ventures, Omega Compute System Engineering, OB Foundation, Yashcom Company, Ishmon, Root Keep Fit Club, SRC, Grassack, and Nooks, all of KNUST. We are very grateful, our partners. Thank you very much. Celebrating faculty achievements, and there are quite a number of them. We'll just list a few. Nana Chancellor, for this period, we have Professor Mrs. Veronica Millicent Jomeku, Dean, School of Nursing and Midwifery, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame by the Ministry of Health at the 2025 Nursing and Midwifery Excellence Awards. Same occasion, Dr. Edward Apia Boateng of the same school was also honored in the Education and Research category. Dr. Henry Nunu Mensah ranked first nationwide among artificial intelligence and machine learning researchers in Ghana, with Professor Frimpong Chum, Dr. Francisca Aduma Echampong, and Dr. Caspar Daniel Adenusi also listed among the country's top researchers in the field. Now you can clap for them. Thank you. Research grants and awards. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our strategic mandate enjoins us to undertake relevant and impactful research that addresses national and global challenges. In line with this commitment, we have, as a university, awarded over 1.5 million Ghana cedis to 29 senior members through the KNUST Research Fund, the CREF Awards this year. This brings the total to 7 million since we started this from the year 2016. Clap for KNUST. Similarly, our faculty members also work very hard to get us external grants. And for this period, we have received $8.9 million. The list is quite long, but let me just mention two. Professor John Amuesi, Department of Global and International Health, to work on global health and pandemic prevention. We also have Professor Leskwame Usofori, Department of Clinical Microbiology, on prevention of infection and microbial resistance in Africa, and many more. Please, we say congratulations and ayuko to all of you. Let us go and get more. Special mention. Nana Chancellor, I am honored to report that Professor Mrs. Esiewa, an accomplished environmental scientist in the College of Engineering and the first Vice Chancellor of the University of Energy and Natural Resources, has been appointed as Ghana's ambassador to Switzerland. We wish Her Excellency very, very well. Reverend Professor William Otu Ellis, former Vice Chancellor, has also been appointed Chairman of the Governing Council of Akenton Apia Minka University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development, Amstead. That's a long one, isn't it? I saw the Vice Chancellor a while ago. The next on the bill, Professor Ellis Owusu Dabo, former Pro-Vice Chancellor, has also been appointed as the Chair of Council for the Garden City University, Kumasi. Professor Edward Brenya of the Department of History and Political Studies has also been appointed Council Chairman of the Kumasi Technical University. So when, we are just giving out council chairs, just like that. Anytime you need council chairman, come here. Professor Matthew Glover Addo, former director IDL, has also been appointed as the new Vice Chancellor of the Catholic University of Ghana. Congratulations to all our distinguished senior members. We wish them very, very, very well, and we are proud of all of you. Now, advice to graduates. My dear graduates, as you step into the next phase of your journey, I encourage you to move forward with courage, purpose, and compassion. Hold fast to the values and principles that have guided you thus far. You have been in the world, so you know. Do not be shocked by the many rivers you must cross. I think Jimmy Cliff, you can't forget that one. Challenges and difficulties may not be tasty in the moment, but they forge a strength and character that easy paths may never give you. Continually reimagine yourself and your career, and always ask on a daily basis, what could I have achieved if I was not afraid? And boldly take on your world. By all means, make the findings of your research count in impacting the quality of life of humanity. Do not underestimate the power of starting small, even if the prospects of that job interview looks high. Grow and nurture your resilience, and always remember that giving up can never be an option. May the Almighty God continue to be your guide and stay in all that you do, and may the grace, favor, and mercies of God be with you always. Once again, congratulations. Thank you all very much, and God richly bless us all. Thank you.
With your permission, I respectfully invite the Vice President of the Republic, Her Excellency, Professor G. Nana Obuku-Ajiman, for her remarks.
Thank you very much. Please take your seats. Otumfo said into the second Asante and Chancellor of the Kwame University of Science and Technology, Ministers of State and other members of government, the Chair and Council of KNUST, the Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, and Vice Chancellors from other universities, the Registrar and Registrars from other universities, Provosts, members of Convocation, faculty and staff, Nananom, alumni, graduates and award winners, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Thank you. On behalf of His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, I thank you for the kind invitation to be part of this special graduation ceremony. And for the second, please allow me to address your concerns. First, I want to acknowledge the support my government has been able to give, and we are very grateful for that. I also hear you on the completion of projects, and believe me, as usual, I will take your concerns to our president, and I have no doubt that as he normally does it, he will respond to these too. I also heard you on the importance of FTE in order to meet the faculty requirements, and definitely the needful will be done. And my young sister, the Vice Chancellor, I heard you on the achievements of KNUST, and from where I stand, I feel very privileged and blessed to be very happy about the achievements of all the universities. So I'm very impressed, and I want to urge all our students, including those in KNUST, to continue to put the smiles on our faces. Congratulations. It is a pleasure and a responsibility to be with all of you today, because we are here today to confer hard-earned degrees and to acknowledge years of study, research, and service. The graduates here today have learned that academic research is not a sprint. It is a long and deliberate climb. They have wrestled with questions for which there were few answers, tested ideas, and demanded their creativity. Now they have contributed in their own way to the expansion of human knowledge. Congratulations. We also honor the award winners for representing excellence, leadership, integrity, and work that transcends self-interest. Congratulations to our speaker too. All of these remind us that scholarship must be connected to impact and not limited to the lecture theaters or the laboratories. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very proud to note that KNUST continues to insist on academic excellence and on relevance. The university is engaging more in translational research. That is very important. Scholars are joining theory with practice and generating results across disciplines, borders, and sectors. Many have produced dissertations, studies, or designs to address our priorities, whether health systems innovation, agricultural sustainability, or industrial policy. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, these research projects go beyond academic exercises and contribute to our national development agenda. Your Majesty, Tumfo, distinguished guests, government has ever remained committed to the highest standards of teaching, research, and learning. Several high-level interventions are now shaping our nation's educational terrain. I will touch on a few. In October this year, President John Mahama took a significant step toward widening access to higher education by launching the free tertiary education for persons with disabilities. For him, it is a clear act of justice. Under the program, students with certified disabilities admitted to accredited public tertiary institutions have their tuition and academic facility fees absorbed by the state. The system is administered through a mechanism designed to ensure efficiency and transparency. It is a thoughtful reform that sits within an inclusion agenda. This agenda aims to remove structural barriers and enable every learner to participate meaningfully in the nation's intellectual and professional life. Along this, let me touch on the no-fee stress policy, which took effect in the 2025-2026 academic year and has already eased the transition into tertiary education for thousands of young persons. The policy, therefore, removed one of the steepest obstacles at the point of entry. For more than 120,000 students have already benefited from the new reimbursement structure. This is an equity-driven intervention designed to ensure that admission to our tertiary institutions is determined as much as possible by merit and also by aspiration. In this way, the policy broadens opportunities and strengthens the long-term development of Ghana's human capital. Your Majesty, please allow me to turn to our accomplished graduates. The distinction you carry comes with a particular kind of duty. A higher degree is a qualification as well as an expectation. And the expectation is that you will lead inquiry, elevate discourse, and apply your intellect to complex problems. The Ghanaian public, and indeed the African continent, needs thought leadership grounded in resourcefulness, data, ethics, and public value. Whether you remain in academia, join public service, launch a business, or advise international bodies, your ability to think clearly and act responsibly will be tested. Do not forget that your families, communities, and nation have not invested in your education for your benefit alone. Remember them and maintain your academic humility. True scholarship implies the willingness to be questioned and the ability and confidence to change one's mind when evidence demands it. This is especially important in our world today. Our world today, which is often crowded by noise, that is the time we need to hear those who approach issues thoughtfully. You are keepers of a scholarly tradition that demands vigor, respect, and a refusal to reduce complexity to slogans. The real value of your degree may not even be evident today, but it will be seen over time in the institutions you strengthen, the young people you mentor, the policies you help refine, and the knowledge you leave behind. As a nation, we look to you not necessarily for easy answers, but for better questions, sharper tools, and deeper insight. Congratulations to all of you. May your knowledge serve your aspirations, your society, and your time. I want to thank you, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you once again, Vice President. Ladies and gentlemen, the university has scheduled to confer honorary doctorate degrees on some distinguished personalities. Otumfuo Chancellor, with your permission, I invite the registrar, Mr. Benjamin Bwampon Owusu, to initiate this. Shall we please applaud him?
Otumfuo Chancellor, with your permission, may I initiate the conferment of honorary degrees to the deserving personalities. Ms. Dr. Mercy Nyamewa Asiedu, please step forward. Dr. Mercy Nyamewa Asiedu, a young leader, prolific scholar, globally celebrated engineer, innovator, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology proudly salutes you. As a senior research scientist, a global health AI research lead at Google Research, you are shaping the future of healthcare. Your groundbreaking innovation, Coloscope, a low-cost, user-friendly imaging device for cervical cancer screening, has transformed women, their health, as well as their status worldwide. By empowering self-examination and early detection, you have given millions of women renewed hope and control over their health. Your visionary work has earned you global commendation and numerous prestigious awards, including the Patrick J. McGovern-TEK Award, Virgin Emerging Leader in Global Health, and CUGH Wasserhead Young Leader Global Health Award. You have secured major competitive grants and fellowship, including NHI, SBIR grant, and the Smith Science Fellowship to deepen your groundbreaking research. You co-founded Gap Health Technology, an AI-driven platform improving access to quality healthcare across sub-Saharan Africa. For your outstanding innovation in biomedical engineering, your bold contribution to global health advancement, and your ethical leadership in the application of artificial intelligence, KNUST says Aiko. For your brilliant and thought-provoking exposition on super-intelligent AI agent, an existential threat to human race, navigating the intricacies of the AI revolution at 13th RP Baffour Memorial Lecture, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, on this 59th congregation proudly confers on you Honorary Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Kwabena Amposa, please step forward. Kwabena Amposa, a towering figure in Ghana's publishing landscape, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology proudly salutes you. Your career has been a powerful testament to the belief that knowledge must be shared, accessible, and transformative. Across decades, you have shaped education in Ghana and beyond by teaching at the primary, secondary, and tertiary levels. Through Agensa Publications, the company you established several years ago, your textbooks, crafted with precision and aligned with WIEC syllabus, have become the tested companion of learners in Ghana across West Africa sub-region. In the non-formal sector, your publications on critical global issues translated into multiple Ghanaian languages have empowered communities and deepened public understanding. Your name has become synonymous with learning and literacy. Your philanthropy is as remarkable as your professional achievements. Libraries across the country, including Ghana Library Authority and the Otumfuo Osei II Foundation, have been enriched by your benefaction. You have renovated schools, sponsored the education of over 100 young people, and watched many of them rise to become productive citizens, contributing to Ghana's progress. KNUST has also been a major beneficiary of your unwavering support. The Department of Publishing Studies today have been uplifted through your support. From the very first cohort of students in 1984, your encouragement, mentorship, and hands-on tutorials left an imprint that 4 decades later remains vivid and cherished. By continually opening your company's door to our students, you bridge the gap between academia and industry long before national priority even came into being. Today, your love for Department of Publishing Studies continues to shine brightly. Your ongoing renovation of staff offices, library, staff room, among others, is yet another testament to your enduring commitment. Mr. Kwabena Amposa, KNUST is deeply grateful. In recognition of your exceptional contribution to publishing education in Ghana and national development, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, on this 29th day of November 2025, proudly confers on you Honorary Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Mr. Hackman Osuajiman, please step forward. Mr. Hackman Osuajiman, agricultural economist, diplomat, statesman, and a proud alumnus of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, your alma mater salutes you. Your exceptional service to Ghana, Africa, and the global community stands as a testament to a life dedicated to public good. As a former civil servant, honorable member of parliament, honorable minister of state, and chairman of several corporate boards, You have helped shape national policy and discourse, strengthen institutions, and advance the well-being of countless citizens. Your leadership extends beyond Ghana's borders. You have represented Africa with distinction in high-level executive roles at the United Nations and the Food and Agriculture Organization in Rome, as well as in Zambia, Malawi, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Suriname, as well as other countries. Through these roles, you have demonstrated tact and diplomacy rooted in integrity, wisdom, and commitment to peaceful coexistence of humanity. Your compassion is equally evident in your work through the Hackman Foundation, where you have uplifted disadvantaged communities and given hope to many whose voices often go unheard. As a proud alumnus of KNUST, your loyalty to alma mater has been exemplary. You have made significant financial contribution to the College of Agric and Natural Resources, reaffirming your belief in strengthening the foundation of agricultural education and research. Your substantial support to the KNUST Alumni Endowment Fund underscores your commitment to ensuring long-term sustainability for future generations. Nana Chancellor, with your permission, let me announce that Honorable Hackman Oswajiman celebrated his 84th birthday last week. As a leading member of the Global Advisory Council of the KNUST Alumni Association, your frontline counsel, active participation, and enduring dedication exemplify your conviction that alumni engagement is essential to the university's continuous advancement. In recognition of your distinguished career, your exceptional service to humanity, and your unwavering devotion to the cause of KNUST, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, on this 29th day of November 2025, proudly confers on you the Honorary Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Johnson Kwaku Kwache, please step forward. Professor Johnson Kwaku Kwache, a distinguished pharmaceutical chemist, your alma mater, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, proudly salutes you. Your dedication and visionary leadership have played an instrumental role in establishing KNUST as one of the foremost centers of excellence in pharmacy and pharmaceutical science education in Africa. During your tenure as the Dean of Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, you pioneered Doctor of Pharmacy program in Ghana, a bold step that has now become the national standard for training pharmacists. Your foresight further led to the introduction of the MSc Pharmaceutical Analysis program in 1979, strengthening Ghana's capacity for quality control of medicine and pharmaceutical products. At a time when many of your colleagues departed for opportunities overseas, you remain loyal to KNUST. In 1984, through your perseverance, you, together with others, safeguarded the faculty from collapse and ensured its sustenance during one of its most challenging moment. Your commitment to academic resilience and excellence became a turning point in the faculty's history. Your leadership also ushered in institutional reforms, including the renaming of the Faculty of Pharmacy as the Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, a strategic move that expanded the academic horizon and paved the way for new programs, research growth in alignment with international best practices and national objectives. Your pioneering influence far beyond KNUST. You trained generations of quality control experts who now serve in pivotal roles across Ghana's pharmaceutical manufacturing, regulatory, and public health sectors. For 21 years, you served remarkably as chief examiner for the Pharmacy Practice Professional Qualifying Examination under the Ghana Pharmacy Council. This is an unparalleled contribution to professional integrity and training standard in Ghana. Professor Kwache, your legacy is woven into the fabric of pharmacy education and practice in Ghana and the sub-region. Your scholarship, mentorship, and public service have shaped a generation and strengthened a profession. In recognition of your outstanding contribution to academia and the industry, as well as pharmaceutical community, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, on this 29th day of November 2025, proudly confers on you Honorary Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Mr. Daniel Fahine Akwe, please step forward. Mr. Daniel Fahine Akwe, an internationally renowned agricultural and agribusiness personality. We celebrate your value chain expert because you are a proud alumnus of this great university. We salute you. Your passion for nurturing agribusiness and small-scale enterprises is unmatched. With conviction, energy, and vision, you have designed, led, and implemented in the agricultural sector. Your expertise has shaped initiatives in more than 30 countries across Africa and Caribbean. Through your work, countless small-scale enterprises, youth groups, and farmer-based organizations have gained the capacity, confidence, and tools to thrive. You have championed innovative enterprises development models and financing systems that support the growth of startups, whilst mentoring, nurturing, and turning emerging business into engines of opportunity. KNUST trained you, and with immense pride, the university acknowledges the immeasurable support you have continuously offered in return. Your contribution has strengthened academic development, research capacity, and innovation on our campus. Through international collaborations, you help provide Faculty of Pharmacy with first ever high-performance liquid chromatography, as well as other related equipment. You supported the Faculty of Agriculture in launching a landmark natural product initiated and aimed at boosting exports, creating jobs, and advancing scientific knowledge. Your contribution to national ethnobotanical studies have helped identify commercially viable medicinal plants and open new pathways for entrepreneurs in Ghana's herbal medicine industry. Today, the Gym Bank, the Drone Innovation and Simulation Unit, and the greenhouses stand as a monument to your commitment to KNUST and devotion to higher education in Ghana. Mr. Daniel Fahin Akwe, in recognition of your extraordinary service to humanity, your transformative impact on agribusiness, and your unwavering support for academia, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, on this 29th day of November 2025, proudly confers on you Honorary Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Benjamin Kokudankwa Asante. Dr. Benjamin Kokudankwa Asante, a distinguished alumnus and a well-renowned oil and gas certified engineer, your alma mater salutes you. You have provided engineering services, project management, and technical support for various projects to internationally reputed institutions such as World Bank and Asian Development Bank. In October 2023, at the invitation of the United Nations, you made a remarkable presentation on Africa's energy transition option at UNCTAD's Expert Forum on Energy. Ghana benefited tremendously from your expertise as the technical director of its first gas infrastructure project, responsible for engineering, construction, and operations. You are on record to have developed the gas infrastructure master plan for Ghana, working with Energy Commission and the Ministry of Energy. Based on your willingness to share your wealth of knowledge and with sponsorship by U.S. Department of Energy, you have co-authored a book on natural gas and liquefied natural gas. You continue to serve as adjunct faculty at the College of Engineering, KNUST. As an advisory board member of the KNUST Engineering Education Project and a member of the Board of Trustees for the College of Engineering Endowment Fund, your invaluable contributions have enriched the work of the boards. Through your instrumentality, the College of Engineering received a 50,000 United States dollars to establish laboratory for automobile industry. KNUST owes you a debt of gratitude for the renovation of its hockey pitch. Indeed, you have consistently demonstrated exceptional dedication to the advancement of KNUST and the engineering profession. In recognition of your selfless devotion and contribution to humanity, academia, the engineering profession, and KNUST, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, today, 29th day of November 2025, confers on you Honorary Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Nana Chancellor, the next recipient, Dr. Andrew New Afla Kokupong, couldn't make it to this morning's celebration due to some unforeseen circumstances. With your permission, he asks Dr. Stanley Obrisi to receive the award on his behalf. Dr. Andrew New Afra Kokupom, a compassionate veterinarian, a philanthropist, and a true friend of veterinary education in Ghana. Today, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology salutes you. Your dedication to strengthen the foundation of veterinary training in Ghana has left an imprint that cannot be erased. You played a pivotal role in the establishment of the School of Veterinary Medicine within the College of Health Sciences, helping to anchor the One Health concept, a vision that recognizes the inseparable link between human, animals, and environment. In doing so, you advance not only school, but also the very philosophy of holistic healthcare in Ghana. Since the inception of the White Coat ceremony in 2015, for veterinary students, you have stood as a dependable pillar for the School of Veterinary Medicine. Year after year, you have donated white coats and stethoscopes to every student who walks through this rite of passage. To further motivate students to excel, you instituted cash award for best graduating male and female students, a gesture that inspires achievement and ensures that hard work is recognized and rewarded. Your donation of books, academic materials, veterinary equipment, and critical instruments have strengthened not only KNUST School of Veterinary Medicine, but several other veterinary institutions across the country. Your kindness has quietly but profoundly shaped the learning environment of future veterinarians. Your generosity extends beyond the walls of academia into the heart of community service. You have sponsored many of the school's anti-rabies outreach program, helping protect communities and saving lives. In recognition of your outstanding contribution to veterinary education, your support for training and mentorship, your lasting impact on the School of Veterinary Medicine, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, on this 29th day of November 2025, proudly confers on you the title of Distinguished Fellow. Francis Boache, please step forward. Professor Francis Boache, a distinguished emeritus professor in solid-state physics and founding member of the Ghana Institute of Physics, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology salutes you. Your journey with KNUST started in 1969 when you were appointed as a lecturer in the Department of Physics. Although you officially retired in 2003, your commitment to the university never waned. You have continued to serve to date, and today, 22 years after retirement, your unwavering dedication stands as one of the most remarkable testaments of lifelong academic service in the history of this university. You have mentored generations of physicists, guided numerous MPhil and PhD candidates, and shaped the careers of countless academics. Indeed, nearly every current lecturer in the Department of Physics once sat at your feet, an extraordinary achievement difficult to surpass. With a grant you secured from Vision Aid Overseas, you established the first postgraduate diploma in optometry in Ghana in 1991. Under your visionary leadership, this program evolved into a bachelor's degree and eventually into Doctor of Optometry program we proudly offer today. You played a pioneering role in building the Department of Optometry and Visual Science. You personally crafted the syllabus for visual optics and taught the course for many years, touching lives in lecture halls, clinics, and classrooms across countries. Your passion for optics extended far beyond the university. You lectured at the University of Sussex and other universities, enriching minds wherever you went. Within KNUST, you have served with distinction as Hall Master, a member of the Academic Board, and a key contributor to several search committees. Your expertise has been recognized nationally and internationally through your work as a reviewer for many scientific journals and your long service as an examiner for the West African Examination Council. You rose to become chief examiner and later a member of the WIA Governing Council, helping to uphold high educational standards across the sub-region. Your research in cryoengineering and cryoelectronics has been widely cited and remains highly influential. Your contributions to NASA astrophysics data system stands as a testament to your impact on global scientific knowledge, inspiring generations of young physicists. In recognition of your contribution to the scientific community and the university, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, on this 29th day of November 2025, confers on you an honorary award of distinguished service. Congratulations. Victoria Pearl Jogophia. Victoria Pearl Jogophia, please step forward. Victoria Pearl Jogophia, a distinguished professor of biochemistry, pioneering researcher, and exemplary academic leader whose contributions have had a transformative impact on science, education, and society. KNUST salutes you. In October 1969, as a young woman with determination and promise, you walked through the gates of KNUST. 4 years later, you rewrote history, becoming the first woman to graduate with a first class. This first class honors degree was in biochemistry. Subsequently, your name became synonymous with pioneering feats, achieving the enviable record of becoming the first female professor to deliver professorial inaugural lecture at KNUST. Again, under your leadership, the first PhD programs in biochemistry and food science came to life, strengthening our research ecosystem. Your footprint have shaped and continue to shape KNUST in ways that cannot be forgotten. As a senior tutor and hall warden of Africa Hall, you became much more than an administrator. You were a mentor, a guide, and a mother figure to many young and budding female students, many of whom have become trailblazers in their chosen fields. Your leadership journey across the university was transformational. As head of department, Vice Dean of Faculty of Science, and later Dean of Faculty of Biosciences, you pushed boundaries, expanded possibilities. You also spearheaded the establishment of Clinical Analysis Laboratory, CANLab, which continued to train students and support university financially. And it is an enduring testament to your vision and resourcefulness. Prof. Geographia, your work has touched many lives, communities, and policy spaces, both locally and internationally. Wherever service was required, you gave it wholeheartedly, and KNUST is extremely proud of you. In honor of your pioneering spirit, your exceptional leadership, lifelong service to KNUST, and your lasting impact on society, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, on this 29th day of November 2025, proudly confers on you honorary award of distinguished professor. Nana Chancellor, with your permission, may I invite the representative of SISMES Ghana. SISMES West and Central Africa, a proud subsidiary of SISMES Corporation, is celebrated today for its outstanding partnership, remarkable generosity, and commitment to advancing healthcare education and practice in Ghana. As a leader in innovative diagnostic solutions across hematology, coagulation, and urinalysis, and the life science, SISMES Ghana continues to shape the future of medical diagnostics in the sub-region. In a demonstration of exceptional corporate support, SISMES donated 3 state-of-the-art analyzers for hematology, coagulation, and urinalysis to the Department of Medical Diagnostics of this university. The total value of the equipment was 150,000 euros. Beyond this significant investment, the company installed the equipment, supplied reagent, and continued to ensure reliable supply chain, thereby strengthening hands-on training and enhancing the practical competencies of our students. SISMES, your dedication to youth development also shines through its consistent sponsorship of alumni mentorship initiative and its valued role as a major sponsor of the TEK Alumni Homecoming. Through these efforts, the company continues to empower the next generation of healthcare professionals and reinforce its commitment to community development. In recognition of its exemplary corporate citizenship, steadfast support of education, and sustained contribution to healthcare innovation, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, on this 29th day of November 2025, is honored to confer corporate award to Sysmex West Africa. Anna Chancellor, respectfully, I invite a representative of Volta River Authority. The Volta River Authority, VRA, has been a steadfast partner of the College of Engineering and the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology for many years. Through this enduring collaboration, VRA has provided our students with invaluable opportunity for hands-on experiential learning. As the largest employer of graduates from the College of Engineering, VRA has played a decisive role in shaping professional journeys of our engineers. Its seasoned experts consistently enrich teaching and learning by serving as adjunct lecturers, bringing real-world technical expertise directly into our classroom and laboratories. VRA's commitment to strengthening engineering education is evident in the remarkable support for infrastructure and research. Its financial contribution facilitated the re-roofing of the college's laboratories, safeguarding a critical space for innovation and training. Furthermore, the establishment of $900,000 researcher in energy system has significantly advanced applied research and positioned KNUST as a leading hub for energy innovation. In addition, VRA generously donated 2 million Ghana cedis to the endowment fund of KNUST. For its exceptional partnership, transformative support, and an unwavering dedication to the mission of KNUST, the university at its 59th congregation ceremony is honored to confer a corporate award to the Volta River Authority. Anna Chancellor, respectfully, I resume my seat. Thank you.
A louder round of applause to our awardees. Otufuwa Chancellor, a representative of the awardees shall provide a response, and it's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Hackman Owusu Ajiman.
Your Royal Majesty, Otumfuo said to the second Asantehene Otikokoso and the Chancellor of this great university, Excellency Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, our distinguished Vice President. Chairman of the University Council, Achamfo Asafubuachi Agyeman Bonsu, Vice Chancellor, dear Mrs. Rita Akusia Dixon, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor David Asamoah, the Registrar, Benjamin Owusu Esquire, members of convocation, distinguished faculty, the President and leadership of the KNUST Global Alumni Association, honorable ministers and members of Parliament here present, Dr. Mercy Nyamiwa Asiedu, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we stand on sacred ground, not only because this is Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, a place steeped in history, greatness, but today, the university extends its highest embrace to a group of organizations and individuals whose actions and lives have, in various ways, echoed the values this institution was built upon. On behalf of all the honorees gathered here, I humbly rise with profound gratitude, gratitude wrapped in humility, awe, and deep appreciation. For to be recognized by one's alma mater, one's intellectual birthplace, or one's national beacon of scholarship is to be reminded that no life of service goes unnoticed, and then when one pours into the world finds its own way and its own time to pour back. Today, again, is not only a celebration of our individual journeys, but a celebration of KNUST's enduring vision. A vision that believes that knowledge must serve humanity. A vision that believes that leadership must uplift communities. And my dear brothers and sisters, a vision that believes that impact is not an event, but a lifelong responsibility. We therefore express our heartfelt appreciation to the University Council, the Academic Board, and the Committee of Honors for deeming our contributions worthy of this high recognition. Your confidence only strengthens our resolve to continue lives of purpose and service. To the entire leadership of this noble university, we thank you for keeping alive the spirit of KNUST, a spirit that continues to shape leaders, innovators, thinkers, and nation builders across all continents. To the KNUST Global Alumni Association and its leadership, we extend our warmest gratitude. You continue to remind us that though we may pass through these halls at different times and in different seasons, we are bound by a shared duty to uphold the honor, the growth, and future of this university. Ladies and gentlemen, receiving an honor is not merely an acknowledgement of past contribution. It is a call, a solemn and compelling call to deepen our service to society. For if a university honors you, it is because your life has, in some small way, or maybe a significant way, honored humanity. If a community lifts you, it is because it believes you have more lifting yet to do. And so on this day, standing before the great family of KNUST, I speak on behalf of all the honorees when I say, we commit ourselves anew to the work of national development. We commit ourselves to shaping institutions and lives, and we commit ourselves to becoming torchbearers, soaring on the green eagle of knowledge, and lighting paths for the next generation. But beyond all else, today reminds us of something even deeper, that giving back is the highest form of gratitude. KNUST has poured knowledge, discipline, and vision into thousands. What we in return, whether resources, mentorship, opportunities, or service, is what keeps this great institution alive from generation to generation. And so we use this moment not merely to say thank you, but to extend an invitation to each and every alumnus or alumna, every friend of KNUST, every proud son and daughter of this university. Let us live the spirit of giving back. Let us give our own way in our own small measure. For when a society and alumni give, universities rise. When universities rise, nations advance. And when nations advance, humanity is the better for it. Today we are honored. Tomorrow, we must honor others through our work, our impact, and our unwavering dedication to society. On behalf of all the recipients, and I am interestingly remembering what Dr. R.P. Baffour told us when this place became a university. He said one of the MCEs said, "I stand in the leg of Osajifo." On behalf of all the recipients, so I stand in their legs. At this special congregation, and these are SISMEX, West and Central Africa, Volta River Authority, Dr. Mercy Nyamiwa Asiedu, Kwabna Mponsa, Professor John Kweku Kwachi, Mr. Daniel Fahini Akwe, Dr. Andrew Kwakupum, Dr. Ben K.D. Asante, Professor Boachi, Professor Victoria Pearl Dubwefia, and my little self, Akman Uswajman. We say thank you, KNUST. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for reminding us that the greatest reward for service is the opportunity to serve even more. And as I was about to come on stage, my distinguished global president of the alumni gave me a little note, and I'll read it. He says, "To my fellow recipients of honors, our development partners, alumni, and friends gathered here today, I take this opportunity to remind all of us of our upcoming Captains of Industry Soiree and Appreciation Night, slated for Friday, 30th January 2026 at the Labadi Beach Hotel." And he goes on to say, "Want to touch your pocket? Please book your ticket and let's meet there to celebrate our partnership and show love for our dear KNUST." He says again, "Remember to come with your checkbooks so we can show our love for this great institution by donation generously to the Alumni Endowment Fund while we celebrate." Your Majesty, Excellency, the Vice President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may this university continue to shine. May Ghana continue to rise, and may our contributions, in whatever form they take, continue to give life to the ideals celebrated here today. God bless KNUST, God bless our nation, and God bless all of us gathered here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rep of the awardees. Once again, congratulations to all of you. So it's now time to present our graduates for the award of their respective degrees. And it's exciting to note that they are going to receive their terminal degrees. And this is where KNUST will say, we salute you too. Otumfuo Chancellor, with your permission, I respectfully invite the registrar once again, Mr. Benjamin Bwampon Owusu, to initiate the conferment proceedings.
Otumfuo Chancellor, with your permission, I call on the Director, School of Graduate Studies, to present the candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the award of degrees to be admitted to the third degrees.
Will the graduating candidates of the School of Graduate Studies please stand and remain standing? Nana Chancellor, I have the honor and privilege to present to you graduates from the School of Graduate Studies, here in present, and those unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, all of whom have fulfilled the requirement for the award of a degree to be admitted to the said degree.
Job.
By the powers conferred on me as the Chancellor of the University, I, Otumfuo Osei to the second, formally admit you to the respective degrees of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi. School of Graduate Studies, Aiko.
Please be seated.
Nana Chancellor, may I begin the proceedings? College of Agric and Natural Resources, Faculty of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy, Agribusiness Management, Echampon Joseph, Hajiman Efua Dewa, Akuriba George Agana, Doctor of Philosophy, Agriculture, Extension and Development Communication, Amwako Prince Kojo, Ayrakwa Margaret Frimpong, Doctor of Philosophy, Agronomy, Kwe Michael Odenke, Doctor of Philosophy, Animal Nutrition, Osei Eje Agnes. Ouswan Sakwabena. Doctor of Philosophy, Reproductive Physiology, Tre Clement Diabo. Doctor of Philosophy, Soil Science, Abubakari Audu. Agbeshi Alex Ame. Faculty of Renewable Natural Resources, Doctor of Philosophy, Agroforestry, Abubakari Amar, Asante Richard, Opoku Stephen Yao. Doctor of Philosophy, Silviculture and Forest Resource Management, Doctor of Philosophy, Silviculture and Forest Management, Asuman Yeboah Doreen. College of Art and Built Environment, Faculty of Art, Doctor of Philosophy, African Art and Culture, and Jane Ben Boateng. Daite Samuel Tay, Osu Penin Kwame Ba, Doctor of Philosophy, Fashion Design Technology, Sepenu Francis Yaira, Sepenu Frances Yaira, Sian Stella Da, Doctor of Philosophy, Painting and Sculpture, Hazel Kevin Kweku, Riskin Robin Beth, Sofo Elijah, Doctor of Philosophy, Textile Design Technology, Buame Edem Kwame, Doctor of Philosophy, Visual Communication Design, Edinkra Luther King, Anani Praise Woyeram, Boama Albert, Claudia Yao Innocent, Prempe Benjamin, Zoe Karen Hapush, Faculty of Built Environment, Doctor of Philosophy, Architecture, Akufu Christian Ejei, Kobna Rosemary, Deborah Hugh Yao, Frimpon Ivana Tracy Adjoa Odamia, Sechi Ejei Veronica, Doctor of Philosophy, Construction Management, Asiedu Ampim Gloria, Siddiq Mohammed Awar, Doctor of Philosophy, Development Studies, Eje Paula, Doctor of Philosophy, Land Management, Amiyaw Stephen. Doctor of Philosophy Planning, Agabi Jekonia, Ajay Vivian, Frempon Felix, Poku Buansi Natalia, Doctor of Philosophy Procurement Management, BT, Atanga Renas Ayebono, Faculty of Educational Studies, Doctor of Philosophy Art Education, Al-Hassan Hamza, Jamana Ama Amponsa, Esuman Betty, Isa Mohammed Saini, Kusi Timolin Efwa, Shreme Fred, Ouswa Ansan Phoebe Priska, Sakwalia Dam Kenneth, Tena Nene, Doctor of Philosophy, Educational Planning and Administration, Boachi Yadom Kwame, Doctor of Philosophy, ICT Education, Baden Benjamin, Bayo Lambert, Bemu Luciana Ama, Doctor of Philosophy, Language and Literacy Education, Ankra Gabriel Kwame, Doctor of Philosophy, Mathematics Education, Echampon Philip Ejei, Andam Emmanuel Apo, Folsin Derek, Opoku Ramat Nyanta, Doctor of Philosophy, Science Education, Physical Education and Sports Management, Abuaji Emmanuel, Amu Ebenezer Kingsley, College of Engineering, Faculty of Civil and Geoengineering, Doctor of Philosophy, Climate Change and Land Use, Doctor of Philosophy, Climate Change and Land Use, Drame Baba, Doctor of Philosophy, Environmental Sanitation and Waste Management, Ekosohi Amen, Kwanzaa Victor Charles, Ingombu Charles Amara Gupa, Oforia Manfu Dennis, Osu Sechere Augustine, Doctor of Philosophy, Geological Engineering, Ajman Victor Ofori, Ampedu Debuem Peter Asiama, Doctor of Philosophy, Highway and Transportation Engineering. Ajay Delali Jose. Apia Michael Suma. Badawole Opeyemi Antoinette. Kamara Rodi Musa. Mohammed Ahmed Kudu. Ture Samuel Stevenson. Voduagu Joshua Jacob. Doctor of Philosophy, Structural Engineering. Akotia Vincent Kojo. Baini Evans. Jalo Aliu. Mansar Caesar Edward. Kwam Jr. John Kwesi. Doctor of Philosophy, Water Resource Engineering and Management. Ata Emmanuel. Osei Owusumak. Wale Lillian. Redu Breman Abna Dufie. Doctor of Philosophy, Water Supply and Treatment Technology. Bakobi Noel. Tebi Rita Namoy. Faculty of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Engineering. Edinkra Julius. Akresi Mensa Nanakojo. Kobna Matthew. Dede Albert. Osewusu Emmanuel. Salifu Amina. Doctor of Philosophy, Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Ajay Saforo Edmond Kwafu. Baldi Amadou. Ifa Emmanuel Kwame. Faculty of Mechanical and Chemical Engineering. Doctor of Philosophy, Agricultural Machinery Engineering. Amuakun Randy. Wandusim David Amidou. Doctor of Philosophy, Agro-Environmental Engineering. Zato Paul Al-Hassan. Doctor of Philosophy, Bioengineering. Azari Lewis. Doctor of Philosophy, Materials Engineering. Daboy Lamy. Doctor of Philosophy, Mechanical Engineering. Apakavi Michael. Upon David Kofi. Doctor of Philosophy, Soil and Water Engineering. Atakra Eric Techi. Nyasapo John Bright Amwa. Doctor of Philosophy, Sustainable Energy and Technologies. Edu Theophilus Frimpong. Esi Edu Charlotte. Mansan Gitfield. Mensan Gitfield. Odoi Yop. Flavio. Osei Louis Kwesi. College of Health Sciences. Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. Doctor of Philosophy, Pharmaceutical Microbiology. Odoi Hayford. Doctor of Philosophy, Pharmacognosy. Nketia Reynard Isaac. Doctor of Philosophy, Pharmacology. Ajman Entry Sarah. Teko Akwoko Docas. School of Medical Sciences. Doctor of Philosophy, Chemical Pathology. Anan Kwate Yvonne, also Asante Helen, Doctor of Philosophy, Clinical Microbiology, Ahiadomi Monica, Nembot Fogan Bryce Ahmed, Osisiogu Emmanuel Udochukwu, Doctor of Philosophy, Immunology, Bachman Tonis Abeku, School of Public Health, Doctor of Philosophy, Public Health, Ousu Isaac, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Faculty of Social Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy, Economics, Ousu Samuel, Doctor of Philosophy, French and Francophone Studies, Ahre John William, Doctor of Philosophy, French and Francophone Studies, Translation and Interpreting, Kunin Aloysius, also and San Gabriel, Doctor of Philosophy, Geography and Rural Development, Boachi Peter Ansan, Pele Moses, Magdoku Regina Noweyo, Doctor of Philosophy, Historical Studies, Ajman Joseph Kojo, Connor John Jr., Doctor of Philosophy, Religious Studies, Christian, Abuada Edward, Ampofo Michael, Kunadu Adam, Shremia George Kwesi, Nyado Mauli, Teria Dennis, KNUST School of Business, Doctor of Business Administration, Jampim Josephine Kra, Doctor of Philosophy, Business and Management, Finance, Sapon David Jr., Doctor of Philosophy, Business and Management, Human Resource, Abem Modesta, Abiu Gladys Esinu, Amadou Asana, Isa Eliasu, Otin Echampon Priska, Kwao Thomas, Yabu Akodie Nana Sewa, Doctor of Philosophy, Business and Management, Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Abe William Mills, Adichre James, Aflo William Chiate, Amedofu Mauli Kobla, Anyamfo Theophilus Kofi, Bugri Benjamin Adeweni, Haruna Ashraf, Ofori Isa, Opoku Mensa Shelley, Osabute Daniel, Tamaklo Eliklim Abwi, Doctor of Philosophy, Business and Management, Management Information System, Asamoah Pasti, Doctor of Philosophy, Business and Management, Marketing, Intim Root, Asamoah, Techi George Anani, Doctor of Philosophy, Business and Management, Strategic Management and Consulting, Asamoah Benis, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Leadership, J. Jemima, Lumo Dora, Sapon Paul Kwesi, Faculty of Law. Doctor of Philosophy, Law, Amasa Edmond. Gau Delali Ajo. Mensa Richard Obey. College of Science, Faculty of Biosciences, Doctor of Philosophy, Ecology, Doctor of Philosophy, Ecology, Dogo Gilchrist Faith Kwaku, Doctor of Philosophy, Environmental Science, Amwatin Set Kofi, Apia Bedu Kevin, Bosumche Apia, Kujo Joshua Esiedu. In Cancer Kwaku Francis, in Safwa Emma Kofia, Sefa Pepra, Doctor of Philosophy, Food Science and Technology, Osei Abna Safwa, Kote Na Kole Abba, Doctor of Philosophy, Human Nutrition and Dietetics, Aduku Linda Nanesi, Ayama Vivian, Brenya Florence, Chumde Benedicta, Doctor of Philosophy, Microbiology, Apau Abigail Abna Anochiwa, Ata Rejoice Ajewa, Danso Emilia Kunedu, Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Philosophy, Parasitology, Ajay Kusi Presla, Bempa Opoku, Baini Hannah, Hansen Henry, Doctor of Philosophy, Reproductive Biology, Anochi Kumi Evans, Damale Francis Jojo Moses Kojo, Faculty of Physical and Computational Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy, Arterial Science, Adehne Sandra, Dedu Vincent Kofi, Yemo Harris Odoi, Doctor of Philosophy, Applied Mathematics, Jikunu Prosper Abweko Kojo, Doctor of Philosophy, Chemistry, Boache Kojo Owusu, Obriyebo Sex, Owusu Asante Martin, Doctor of Philosophy, Computer Science, Apau Richard, Awarai Nicodemus Songosi, Owusu Ajay Michael, Doctor of Philosophy, Geophysics, Time Mensa Emmanuel, Doctor of Philosophy, Information Technology, Al Hassan Seba, Ode Late Eliza Ofori, Doctor of Philosophy, Material Science, Amuzu Atanios Christopher Kojo, Doctor of Philosophy, Mathematical Statistics, Aduntim Julius Kojo, Efriye Jonathan Kweku, Ata Doris, Asosiga Kilian Asampana, Mafu Philomena, Odami Oredu Emmanuel, Teria Kasim, Tete Isaac Ayete, Doctor of Philosophy, Mathematical and Computational Physics, Condensed Matter Physics, Kwashi Henry Elom, Doctor of Philosophy, Meteorology and Climate Science, Adi Martin, Gug Samuel Sampabil Pagantab, Gug Samuel Pangataba, Che Menu Samuel, Ousutaria Victoria, Vemega Cosmos Senior, Doctor of Philosophy, Solid State Physics, Puza David Bagunatembe, Anna Chancellor, respectfully, this comes to the end of the proceedings with regard to the naming.
Ladies and gentlemen, after years of permanent head damaging exercise, we have witnessed the crowning moment of our graduates. Shall we please, in unison, give them a loud round of applause? The degrees you have earned are not the ones that KNUST-TEK could write to you to explain. In fact, they will write to congratulate you. Would the graduating class please stand and remain standing? Otumfuo Chancellor, with your permission, I invite the President of the Global Alumni Association, Mr. Herman Yoboade, to administer the alumni oath.
Otumfuo Chancellor, with your permission, I wish to proceed based on the established protocols. My name is Herman Yoboade, Global President of the Alumni Association, and I join my voice to say congratulations to all the graduates. My role is a simple one, to administer the alumni oath, and I would like to remind you of the three main reasons why we commit ourselves to the association. We exist, one, to connect with each other so that we can support each other in life and work. We also exist to connect with each other wherever we find ourselves so that together we can make stronger impact, positive impact on the world. Thirdly, and most importantly, we exist so that we can connect, mobilize ourselves and resources to come back and support our dear KNUST in very meaningful ways. So as you graduate, commit yourselves to these ideals and always remember that KNUST was principal in your making. Based on this, shall we take the oath? And you repeat after me, I, and then you add your name. I, graduate of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST Kumasi, do hereby solemnly declare my membership in the KNUST Alumni Association and voluntarily pledge to abide by its aims and tenets. I pledge to dedicate my loyalty and commitment to the development of KNUST and to the services of the KNUST Alumni Association, wherever and whenever needed. So help me God. Congratulations, thank you.
Shall we please be seated? Gradually, we wrapping up on the ceremony. Otumfuo, with your permission, I would like to acknowledge the presence of some distinguished personalities who graced the occasion. And of course, we can only start with you who presided. Please applaud His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, Chancellor of KNUST and Asante Hene. We also like to acknowledge the presence of the Vice President of the Republic, Her Excellency Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman. Thank you, Prof, for coming. I took a special notice of your name when the President a few days ago taught us the order of how we pronounce your name. So I advised myself. Honorable Dr. Frank Amwako Hene is the Ashanti Regional Minister. Thank you for coming, sir. Chairman of our Governing Council, Echamfo Asafo-Boakye Ajiman Bonsu. Our Vice Chancellor, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua Dixon. Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor David Asamoah. Registrar of the University, Mr. Benjamin Bwampon Owusu. Former Vice Chancellor, Professor William Otu Ellis. We acknowledge the presence of all our awardees. We thank you very much, Dr. Mercy Nyamewa Esiedu, for honoring our invitation to be our speaker for the 13th RP Baffour lecture. Also in our midst are members of the Governing Council, members of the management. Please applaud Mr. Paul Ifa, Distinguished Consultant for Higher Education and former Executive Secretary, NCTE. Provost, Directors, Deans, HODs, Vice Chancellor of Amstead is in our midst, I'm told. Shall we please applaud him? And Registrar of Amstead as well, Right Reverend Dr. Sam Prepe, former KNUST Protestant Chaplain and moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. Nananom alumni, parents, graduates, members of the media, KNUST Basic School Band, our security, and everyone who came to grace this occasion. We are very grateful for your presence. Shall we please observe the following announcements? When the session comes to an end, kindly return the gown to where you picked them from. So you check yourselves out and pick your certificates at the Gardner Conference Room of the Great Hall. Gardner Conference Room is up there, so it's a place you can't miss. Photography. Your photographs that were taken will be ready in the next 2 hours. You pick them as well behind the days. But in your celebrations, we have accredited photographers in the university to take care of you. As you deal with them, please be mindful of those who are not accredited. The School of Graduate Studies is organizing an after party for all of you graduates at 6 p.m. and it's going to take place at the Sarah Mensa Auditorium. 6 p.m. today. We are going to party hard and shake off all the questions we kept hearing repeatedly in the program. And you know those questions. What is the research problem? Where is the gap? Why this methodology? What are your theoretical and conceptual frameworks? And then the last one, what are you adding to existing knowledge? Now, when somebody asks you the last question, just present your certificate and say, I've added. So finally, on refreshment, our special guests will be refreshed at the residence of the Vice Chancellor. Members of convocation will be refreshed at the Senior Staff Clubhouse. And for you graduates, we know very well and are convinced that you are more than capable of handling your own refreshments. In fact, I'm aware somebody, one of you, at 2 p.m. is organizing a lunch at Lancaster. So if possible, join Kwame Adinkra. I've announced that they will all be there. If you go beyond the budget, that's your case. Otumfuo, after the ceremony, will commission some projects. I'm aware of the KNUST souvenir shop. He will also commissioned the KNUST bottling, water bottling company. He will commission the central lab, multipurpose lab, and then the office at Erdis. I think there's a playground as well that he will be commissioning. So let's watch as we make various movements on campus after the program. We are grateful once again to all of you for coming. I'm told Emeritus Bishop Kwesi Sapon is in our midst, and I'm to acknowledge him. Is he here? Oh, thank you very much. A loud round of applause to Emeritus. Otumfuo Chancellor, having come to the end of the program, I respectfully invite you to dissolve the assembly.
By the powers conferred on me as Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, I, Otumfuo, say to declare this assembly duly dissolved. Thank you.
Please remain standing as I invite the Catholic chaplain, Reverend Father Dr. Anthony Na, to say the closing prayer.
Shall we pray? Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. O Lord our God, our help in ages past, We are so grateful to you for what we have witnessed today. As a nation, as Asanteman, as the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, we give you thanks and praise for all the blessings and favors you endow us with. We entrust the rest of the day and all its activities into your care. May all that we do be to the greater glory of your name, and may you shower your blessings and favors upon us. Carry each and every one of us on eagle wings and lead us to our destination safely and sound. May our joy be complete in you. We make all these prayers through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Kindly remain standing for the reception of the Chancellor, Vice President, and convocation.